Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. I've literally just got home from a great performance today by Arsenal over here in Washington, DC, where they beat the MLS All-Stars by 5-0. Now I know you shouldn't get carried away, relax. If you lose a friendly, don't get carried away. If you win a friendly, don't get carried away. And I'm not getting carried away, but I was impressed. I was very, very impressed. I mean, Jesus scoring a banger, Trossard scoring a banger, Jorginho with one of his trademark penalties, goals by Havertz, Martinelli. It was really, really good. The intensity was there. The pressing was there. I mean, it was really, really good. And then the new boys were excellent. Declan Rice got an absolute brilliant welcome when he came onto the pitch from the fans here in Washington, DC. I already mentioned Havertz, who was excellent in the game. And Jurrien Timber looked really, really impressive indeed. And you start to look at it and say, great bit of business by Arsenal. And also, Arsenal have got a really good squad at the moment. You know what I mean? When you consider there was no Partey in the game, no Smith Rowe, there were numerous players that didn't play. I mean, it really, really was something to get excited about, watching Arsenal come out and put in such a really, really good and fluid performance. And as I said, just looking all around the pitch and saying, wow, there's squad depth. There really is squad depth. Now, do you look at it and say to yourself, well, you know what, that's it, we don't need nothing else? Or do you look at it and say, well, actually, we still need a bit more, and also there are players that we have to move on? And I think that's the stage in which we're at. Certainly great bit of business getting these signings in early and getting them a full pre-season, but there's still more to be done, and that's something that Mikel Arteta himself has stressed. Now, the big one that everyone's been talking about over the last couple of days is Mohammed Kudus. Still lots of talk and lots of rumours around that one today, linking him with a £40 million move to Arsenal. A lot of publications today saying that two teams are going to battle it out for him, and that is Arsenal and Manchester United. Incidentally, we're going to be playing Manchester United on Saturday in New Jersey. Expect these rumours to intensify. But who would get Mohammed Kudus? Do Arsenal even want Mohammed Kudus? That's the other thing. I mean, I know the rumours are out there and everything, but where would he play? When I think about Smith Rowe coming back into the team, I mean, certainly one player we're going to need cover for is Saka. He, again, was brilliant in the game, and he was awarded the MVP of the game. But what if anything happens to him? God forbid. Who comes in and replaces him? And Mohammed Kudus, I spoke about it on yesterday's show, is one of these players that's that versatile that he could step into that fray and replace Saka if he was out. Or do Arsenal go back in for Raphinha? Now, rumours today linking Manchester City with a move for Raphinha. Remember, before he went to Barcelona, Arsenal wanted him. Then Chelsea came in, outbid Arsenal, looked like they were going to get him, and he ended up going to Barcelona. Mixed time it's been for Raphinha at Barcelona, and the rumours are that they would be willing to sell him. Now, Arsenal have been interested in him and interested in going back in for him as a player that could come in and, you know, really provide stiff competition for Saka. But now we're hearing that Manchester City are very, very interested and could make a bid for him as well. They, of course, have lost Riyad Mahrez, who's joining Al Ali over there in the Saudi Pro League. So they're looking for somebody on that right-hand side as well. So if Arsenal are going to move for Raphinha, they're going to have to move fast. And it's really interesting because it does look like Arsenal are looking for the sort of right-sided winger, you know, in case anything does happen to Saka. But on any of these targets, they're going to have to move fast, because even Moussa Diaby, who was another player they were linked with, said a few days ago Aston Villa put a bid in for him, which was rejected. I think around about £35 million. Villa looking to go back in with more money, but now Saudi clubs are bidding for him as well, for Moussa Diaby as well. So the Saudi clubs have really thrown the traditional transfer window into real chaos and are spooking a lot of the big teams. So what are Arsenal going to do on that? Or could they move for this guy, this Bitello? I keep talking about this guy. The rumours keep going on and on and on. I don't know a lot about him. I don't know if you guys know a lot about him. Of course, he plays for Gremio. And there's a report from UOL Esporte that they claim that Edu has contacted Gremio in an attempt to close the deal. That is what's being said. Again, a midfield player that Arsenal are showing a lot of interest in, and as days go by, you're hearing more and more and more about it. You never know. This could be one of those out of the blue signings from Brazil that Edu makes. Let's wait and see how that works out. Now, of course, one of the players that are not on the plane at the moment and didn't travel over to Washington, D.C. and will not be joining up with the team in New York and LA, Cedric. Cedric, of course, 31 now. Surplus to requirements at Arsenal, was sent out on loan last year at Fulham when he didn't even start there. Arsenal clearly trying to get rid of him. He didn't come on the tour. Said to be big interest from Villarreal for Cedric. Villarreal said to be really interested in him. There's also a host of clubs in his home country of Portugal that are interested in him. Benfica are interested. Sporting CB interested as well. Also Porto is said to be interested. So I think he's definitely going to move on before the end of the transfer window. But which club will he land at? Will it be Villarreal or will it be one of the Portuguese clubs? And the ongoing stuff around Nicolas Pepe continues. Where will Pepe be playing his football next season? It's definitely not going to be Arsenal. He's not on the tour. He's not been considered. There's even, as I've said before, rumours that they'd be willing to cancel his whole contract just to get him off the books. There's also talks of Saudi Arabian teams that are after him, but talks between Pepe and 2 Saudi Arabian teams were said to have collapsed recently, and it's frustrating Arsenal because they want to move him on. He's on very, very high wages, and Arsenal just simply want to get him off the wage bill. Hasn't worked, and what is going to happen with Nicolas Pepe and a whole host of other players? We're reaching into that stage now where Arsenal are just looking to offload a load of players, and I think those players that haven't travelled are the ones that are the main targets at the moment for Arsenal getting rid of. One player, of course, who did travel was Thomas Partey. He's over here, and as I said yesterday, a lot of the rumours now saying that he could stay at Arsenal and not move on at all, and certainly that would be a good news. I mean, speaking to the fans over in Washington, I don't think I came across any fan that wants him to be sold right now. Everybody wants to keep hold of him and see that partnership of him, Declan Rice, Odegaard in the midfield. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But those are the rumours for today. With regards to Arsenal, enjoyed the friendly last night. Really, really enjoyed Washington, D.C. I want to big up all of the fans here in Washington. They've been absolutely amazing. Great atmosphere in the stadium. Great, great fans as well. But we move on. Tomorrow, we head to New York, where Arsenal are going to be playing Manchester United. That's going to be a really tasty, friendly. So looking forward to meeting all the New York Gooners. But Washington, D.C., thank you very much. It's been a great time. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.